Today we are going to celebrate a woman in our company who's done something exceptional.
I don't think anyone here knows what I wrote about, what the book is.
In this book shows some of the difficulty that Judy went through.
This book is very sentimental. During my launch, I was telling people we might have to wait for another 27 years before I launch another book, because this is as far as I've gotten to my 27 years. So the book looks very pretty from the outside, but it has very sad stories inside.
So thank you so much for creating time. Today we are going to celebrate a woman in our company who's done something exceptional. So guys, we all know Judy. She has a book, she's authored a book. So that deserves a round of... So way to go, Judy, congratulations again. So we would love to know what the book is about, why you wrote the book. Just fill us in on the story behind the story.
First of all, I'll start by saying thank you guys for supporting me, in as much as I don't think anyone here knows what I wrote about, what the book is, but thank you so much for the support so far. The name of the book is Butterfly Crescendo, Embracing Life's Ripples. And the reason I wrote it was mostly because I was prompted by the experience I had while I was grieving. I lost my dad, my friend, my cousin, and my grandmother almost in the same span during COVID, and this was within 6 months, so that was quite heavy. I lost my dad because of COVID. He had pre-existing condition. I lost my friend who died by suicide. I lost my cousin to lupus, and then my grandmother, like, she was just seated somewhere, she was seated in the car and then fell asleep and didn't wake up. And this was all during COVID, when you'd hear someone is walking and then you just drop dead out of nowhere. That time was very scary for me, and I went through such a tough time. Even before I came to work at Aquila, I was unemployed for a whole year because the job I was having before didn't make sense. I just lost so much of the person I had been building, or the person I thought I was for such a long time, and I found myself exploring or even wondering about the person I am. So the book ideally starts, it's actually the season I was in, reflecting a lot about the person that I was, the experience I've had, and what my takeout was, or what my next steps moving forward would be. So it is quite a vulnerable piece. To be honest, every time I hear someone has bought my book, I cower a little, because you will definitely learn more about me, a lot more than we would typically talk about in an office space, and that for me is scary. But also the support is overwhelming on my part, because I didn't anticipate this writing the book. I just knew I was saying something I didn't know that many people would also want to hear from me. So I start talking about my experience from when I was younger, some of the things I think are key to the person I am right now, who some of the key people I think I can identify have really helped mold me one way or the other. And another thing about grief is I kept questioning so much about who I am and what life really is about. And as we were speaking with Cynthia, to be quite frank, I do think a lot of who we are as a human being is very much about each other, like how you are, because you hear the statement, no man exists as an island, and it's for a reason, because I don't think there's life without that, without the communion, without community, without having friends, without having family, without having that network of people you interact with. And I think that's why I'm actually in marketing, because I love being able to build that connection with people and helping others do that at a personal level, and learning that I can also do that for brands is fascinating for me. So this book is very sentimental. During my launch, I was telling people we might have to wait for another 27 years before I launch another book, because this is as far as I've gotten to my 27 years. And I am very much open to feedback. I would love to hear what you guys think, what your takeouts are. It's a very vulnerable story, but it only made sense for me to also start by introducing who I am for someone who's just met me or just picked up the book, and why would I need to learn about that? So the book looks very pretty from the outside, but it has very sad stories inside, and that for me is what I want to be able to do with life, like turning the bad to be something beautiful. The name of the book is Butterfly Crescendo. Butterfly to show the metamorphosis, or to show change that comes with life. Crescendo just to show, it's a word used in music to show increase. So that's the continuous change that is also beautiful. Like, how can you always come out on top with every single situation that comes? And the thing is, I don't think life doesn't stop getting hard. It gets harder, and this for me is one way to mark at least some of the positive change I think I've been able to experience, and hopefully impact others on their journey. For someone who's equally grieving as I am, someone who's also learning themselves, and in that season in their life where they're being very self-aware to the person they are and want to learn how to also learn from others. I think this is the book for you. So yeah, I hope this book does something for you, and if it does, let me know what it does.
Thank you so much, Judy. So I think we're all going to get a copy of the book, I hope. But before that, this year's theme for the International Women's Day is Inspire Inclusion. And I think having women in these spaces tell their stories is really, really warming, and hearing your stories also quite encouraging, yeah? So one more time, because she's in our team, for Judy. Yeah, so we'd love a signed copy of your book, so that when you've blown up and you're so big, you're just going to sit down at a moment and say, yeah. At one point, we knew Judy. So yeah.
My name is Elias Otieno Nyango. I work at Aquila East Africa. I'm a colleague to Judy Kori. Yes, I would like to appreciate the good work that she has done. Indeed, from her work, I'm convinced that women really do amazing jobs despite the challenges they go through. In this book shows some of the difficulties that Judy went through, and I can reflect it in lives of women. They normally go through a lot in their daily activities, and from their experiences they are able to rise up to become better people, to break many boundaries. Therefore, I would like to encourage women to stand on their feet, overcome every struggle. In fact, they're supposed to use those challenges to come up with breakthroughs which they can use to turn lives to a better avenues. And therefore, today I want to wish all women Happy Women's Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, madam.
Baba. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Asante.
From Aquila to the world.
Happy International Women's Day.